Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. Sorry for my kind of ruggedish appearance. Look at my hair. Like, I don't even know what's going on up there. But today I'm going to be talking about something. Obviously Thursday, so you guys like, why is there a video up? Because today's the day that everyone thought there was going to be a direct. And I really wanted to go into it and say why people shouldn't have such high expectations, and why people, especially when it comes to Nintendo, really need to tamper their expectations. And yeah, so I guess that's really it for an intro. Let's get right into it.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So there's a few points that I really want to make. I actually got into a debate on Twitter with someone. It was a friendly debate, no arguments, no swearing, no blocking, which is the best way to have a debate on Twitter. And she was telling me, I'm presuming she, said that that everyone should have fun. Let everyone have fun and speculate. And, you know, it's one thing, you know, to speculate and, you know, to say what you want, you know, when you think a direct's going to be. You know, that kind of stuff's always going to happen, you know. There's no harm, no foul of saying, oh, I think a direct's going to happen this date, and here's why, and, you know, people trying to debunk it, and people agreeing with you. There's so much fun when it comes to those kind of debates. But the problem I have when it comes to these kind of people, or this kind of thing, is YouTubers. Now, hear me out. There are some YouTubers who I think, you know, because of course, you know, rumors and stuff are out there when it comes to Nintendo Directs, but I hate when, in particular, people call these rumors leaks. That's why I put in the thumbnail, I put quotes around the word leaks, because these aren't leaks. I always say this, and there's something that people just don't understand. When you have a YouTuber like LaxChris or Blocked Content put up a video about leaks, about, you know, someone like Sabi, who I'll mention later, you know, saying something and taking it as fact, they're classifying it as a leak. No. A leak is, let's say that this paper was some sort of plan for a game, you know, and like there's a picture of this plan. That's a leak, where you see something physically that shows what the game is. The Pokemon leaker that got caught, you know, and revealed and arrested, you know, or I don't know if they got arrested, but sued. All that stuff. That was a leaker, because they leaked out pictures and stuff from the game. They're a leaker, you know, or even if you're just leaking out information, like saying factual information. When it comes to leaking a direct, something that you really don't know is there or not, you can't take that as a leak, because obviously because leaks are 100% factual, because you're leaking out information. It's obviously factual if you're leaking it out, so it's factual. But if it's non-existent, it's not a leak. It's a rumor. And obviously, everything, you know, that's Sabi, whatever them say, they're rumors. You know, people who are Nintendo Direct predictors, or not even predictors, leakers, will say, oh, it's going to happen this week. It doesn't happen this week. Oh, it's going to happen next week. Oh, it didn't happen that week. It's going to happen the week after. They're going to keep going till eventually they're right. Because, you know, this person Sabi, who I had no clue who that was, funny enough, until everyone started talking about him. Literally everyone. YouTubers, people in my Discord, everyone. And I'm like, what does a sauce for sushi have to do with Nintendo Direct? But I looked into it, and who was it? I think it was Brandon the Stallion said that they had a perfect track record. Not anymore. You know, that's because that's what I'm saying. Like, I always ask, you know, when it comes to leakers, quote unquote leakers, I always say, have they gotten anything wrong? Even one thing. Even if they have like 10 things, they got that one thing wrong. If they got one thing wrong, that means there's always a possibility of them being wrong again. So even if they do have a perfect track record, there's always a chance of them being wrong. Because it's not like they are themselves the insider getting this information from Nintendo themselves. They're getting, from what I'm hearing, Sabi and someone named Zippo, right? Am I correct with those names? They were getting their information from someone else who's getting their information from Nintendo. So when you're getting information third hand, you think everything in there's going to be accurate? So even if they do have that insider knowledge from Nintendo, from whoever, it's not always going to be completely accurate. It's not always going to be right. And, you know, the main reason I'm making this video is because Nintendo announced yesterday, or yesterday for me, it's 2 days ago for you guys. Well, they didn't really announce anything in specific. They just tweeted something. You know, they tweeted just a random tweet talking about a game that's coming out. I forget what game it was. It was small and insignificant, but it was a game that's coming out. Everyone was losing their minds in the comment section. Everyone was losing their minds. And I was just like, why is everyone losing their minds? Like, I get it. Everyone wants a direct. I'm disappointed there's no direct. Of course I am. Like, the fact that there's no direct and we're over a month and a half in, that's ridiculous. You know, like, there's literally nothing that Nintendo's putting out this year that I know that's, you know, that impresses me. I don't care about Animal Crossing. I don't care about Xenoblade. Breath of the Wild 2 definitely isn't coming out this year, so I don't care about anything that's coming out this year so far from Nintendo. So it's like, I want to hear news too, of course. But people are so mad. People are like hashing out at them in the comments. And this girl again that I was tweeting said that not everyone, or that most people weren't, you know, I told her, like, you know, there are more trolls than she knew, because I don't think she's a hardcore Nintendo, I don't think she's hardcore in the Nintendo community. But there are so many people that are ticked off, like, to an extreme extent. Like I said, I completely understand if you're disappointed or upset that there's no Nintendo Direct at this point. I am too, of course. But yelling at Nintendo for it when they're trying to promote other games and do other things, what if they're doing that so that that doesn't take up Direct space? Like, you know, what if they're talking about these smaller, insignificant things so that when a Direct comes around, they don't have to talk about it, so they can spend more time talking about other topics? Right? How I look at it is, when it's ready, it's ready. The news is going to be the same regardless, whether we hear this week, next week, or in 2 months. The news is going to be the same. You know, regardless if it's a Mario Kart 9, or a Mario Odyssey 2, or Luigi's Mansion 4, whatever it is, the news is going to be the same no matter what. It's going to be the same. So the fact that people are freaking out over this just because they're not hearing it now as opposed to next week, or next month, whatever, it's like, you know, I get it. You're a Nintendo fan. You want to know what your money's going towards. Understandable. But, I don't know. I just think people are overreacting way too much, and that leads me to another point. Let me talk about these YouTubers here for a second. I kind of mentioned them a bit earlier. But LaxChris and blocked content. I'm going to more so speak on LaxChris, because I don't know much about blocked content. One thing I'll give blocked content is not all of his content is leaks. Granted, not all of LaxChris' content is leaks, but most of it is. And, you know, it's one thing, okay, let me give you a YouTuber, for example, who does rumors and leaks right. RGT85. Now, granted, this could be biased because he's a friend of mine. But what was it, a week ago? He posted, like, a rumor video, and, you know, he said rumor in the title. Rumor was in big, bold letters. You know, it said rumor, which means could possibly not be true. So, you already know, take whatever's in the video with a grain of salt. All that good. And you listen to his, like, what he has to say about Sabi and the 2 Directs this month, you know, all that stuff. So, boom. You know, you listen to that information and you take it with a grain of salt because you automatically know, because of the thumbnail, because of the title, it's a rumor. But with someone like LaxChris, again, I'm not really going to speak much about blocked content, but LaxChris, I've seen him put words like real in the thumbnail, credible in the thumbnail. And it's like, that's basically clickbait. You're using Nintendo fans for clickbait. You know how desperate everyone is for a Nintendo Direct. So you're using that desperation for views. Because you know people will click on it. You know, it's just funny. I think yesterday I took a screenshot. He uploaded 2 different Nintendo Direct speculations. Or not speculations, sorry, leak videos. You know, talking about different leaks. In both of them, he had credible sources, and both of them were different videos. Like, I don't get how you can have 2 credible sources, 2 sources where you're like, oh, this could definitely be true, but the leaks are different, right? Because if there were 2 credible sources, right, you would presume that both of them could be right. So, wouldn't that mean they'd both be the same? So how can you have 2 credible people who have different information? Now, granted, it could happen. But this seems to be like an everyday occurrence for LaxChris. You know, it is possible for 2 credible people to hear different things, of course. But for as often as LaxChris uploads leak videos, like twice a day at points. Like, come on. Like, twice a day with, like, ads riddled throughout the videos. That's a guy who doesn't care about YouTube. He deletes comments. He calls people out on live streams. He's a fake. He's a phony. He's a baloney YouTuber. He doesn't care about his viewers. He doesn't care about... He just cares that you watch his videos, because all he does is he goes on 4chan, takes any leak that he sees, and reports on it. Even the ones that he doesn't think is credible. That's the funny thing, right? He'll talk about leaks that he doesn't think are true. And it's like, why are you making a video about it then? If you don't think it's true, why make the clickbait thumbnail? Why make the clickbait title? Why stretch the video out for over 10 minutes if you know the leak isn't true? Right? Like, it's one thing to do speculation videos. Speculation videos are fun to do. That's why everyone has the Nintendo Direct Predictions video. Because that's the time everyone speculates. Like, oh, I wonder what's going to be on this Direct. Everyone does that, of course. But having these Nintendo Direct leak videos that are obviously fake, that come out every single day, it's like, what do you believe? How can you believe anything? And I just don't get why people like it's so funny. So, for those of you who don't know, last year I actually had a debacle with LaxChris. Him and I had a feud. And he was saying how jealous, he was saying that I was jealous that he has more subscribers than I am. First of all, wow. Like, you know, that's how you really know the sense of a person. Where they laugh at you for not having as many subscribers as him. So, for those of you who still support LaxChris, like, I don't know. Like, all he cares about is the subscriber numbers. Like, I mean, he says that I was only trying to feud with him because I have smaller subscriber numbers than him, that I'm jealous of him. Like, it's a bit egotistical, don't you think? Also, not to mention, you know, how he has, like, you know, everyone's theorizing that he has, like, bots that do things for him, like subscribe to him, like, you know, bots subscribe to him and all that. Well, after that whole debacle, I randomly got bots commenting on live streams and premieres, telling me to go kill myself, right after that whole debacle went down. So, I mean, if that isn't coincidence, I don't know what is. And funny enough, after a few weeks, it stopped. So it was like, okay, so I guess he didn't care anymore. Never happened again after that. And if you want us to talk about subscribers, when we had that debacle, like almost a year ago, he just crossed 20,000 subscribers. And now he's at 20,300. In the past year, I grew like 500 subscribers. So my channel grew more than his in that time. I have less subscribers than him, but I got more subscribers than him in that time. So if you want to talk subscribers, there you go. But it's like, I don't wish death upon LaxChris or anything. Like, he's just doing what he has to do. You know, I guess it's what he wants to do. Make side money for YouTube, whatever. I don't care. But just how his YouTube practices are just scummy. Just absolutely scummy. Like, you know, some people are excited to play Smash with him. And I'm like, really? That's why sometimes people are excited to play Smash with me or Luigi's Mansion with me. I'm like, why? I'm just an ordinary person. So is he. Like, it's one thing if it's a bigger YouTuber that's like 100,000, 200, 300,000, whatever. LaxChris, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play with him. He's got an ego. He's, quite frankly, pathetic. I don't know. People like him, just, you don't want to listen to them. When they talk about leaks, know that they're uploading the video for your views. That he's not uploading it because any of the information is factual. Obviously, we've seen that he uploads videos that he knows the leaks aren't factual, so he's doing it for your view, obviously. Half of the stuff he posts, like I said, isn't even credible anyways. And then the stuff that is credible isn't always guaranteed to be true, because these aren't leaks, as he quotes them. These are rumors, at best. So, that's all I gotta say on this freaking matter. Like I said, I usually don't upload on Thursdays. But this is just ticking me off. Everyone expected a direct because of what people like LaxChris were saying. Now granted, people like RG85 are saying it's possible, Kasabi's credible, whatever. But I don't go by that BS. I don't think anyone's credible. Because news can change, things can happen, and, you know, people could just lie or be wrong. Even if they are credible, even if they have a 100% track record, they could still be wrong. They could still lie. They could use their credibility to gain hype or clout. So it's like, You can't always believe everything you see on the internet. It's that age-old saying, you can't always believe everything you see on the internet. That's how it is. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this is a little bit more of a rant video. I apologize. Well, a lot of my videos nowadays are rant videos, but it just bothers me that people like LaxChris like feel so much achievement. You know, you know, it was funny. I actually looked at his Twitter yesterday because I made a tweet, a kind of shady tweet about him. But we don't look at that. And you know, it was just like, you know, him saying, "Oh my God, this direct announcement's gonna happen," and then he got disappointed that it didn't happen. So I don't know. Leak speculation, stupid. Just have speculation. Don't take it personal. Like, don't take it as fact. Just have fun with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.